Hello and welcome back to Devin Does Tech. I appreciate you watching the video. I got a package in the mail the other day. I think I've officially started my phone collecting addiction. I've always loved weird phones, different phones, testing things out, trying different things. Really, for the most part, those phones have all been stuff that I've actually used. So like the LG Wing, probably one of my favorite weirdo phones, is one that I actually bought and used for a long time. Now it's just become, kind of part of my collection. Still use it all the time to film videos just as an extra camera. So this is kind of the first of my forays into buying phones kind of just for the collection. I am definitely starting small though. Found this one on eBay, listed at a buy it now of $5 with about $12 worth of shipping. I actually put it on my watch list and got a notification that they were offering it to me for $2 plus $12 shipping and handling. After tax and everything, I paid about $16 to get this box shipped to me. I was a little bit nervous because the description, it was a personal phones. They did no testing. There was nothing there. All they said was, these are my personal phones. They were all working when I put them in the drawer, basically took them all out and is now trying to sell them. So I took a little bit of a risk, but it wasn't that much. Again, $16 total, whatever. I figured, so it's 5 total phones. I figured even if one of them boots up, it's probably was worth it. So it did come with a ton of chargers, regular cables, car chargers, tons of different adapters, and then a couple of extra batteries that do not actually fit any of the phones that they sent, as well as a separate battery charging dock. So I need to figure out what those actually go to, because now I've got 2 extra batteries for a phone, so I should probably look into that. It's their Motorola batteries, so I'll get that figured out. But wanted to start probably with the my least exciting to my most exciting. This here is a flip phone. So I did actually plug all of these in already. They do all power on, turn on, seem to be pretty fully functional. So it was the other day that I got these, charged them up, tried them out. So looks like they've probably already lost their battery, but I promise they do all power up. This here is the Motorola W755. A really nice looking just flip phone. It is a little dirty. I didn't really clean this one off, but powers up, works just fine. Really decent condition. Again, just a little dirty. Just needs to be cleaned off. But otherwise, that one is in really great condition. I'm not a huge fan of these flip phones, but honestly, I'll take them and add them to my all of a sudden seemingly growing collection. So now I've got 5 flip phones over here, and honestly, I'm excited to add more. So all right, then we have up next, this is the Verizon variant of the LG Extravert. This phone came out in November of 2011. Does have a touch screen. Let me see if this still has a battery. The lock button is on the side there. Looks like the battery on. Oh, there we go. So this one does definitely have a little bit of a scratch right in the middle of the screen, but definitely does work. I was playing with it earlier. This one does have the flip out keyboard. Honestly, I don't remember how people used these back in the day. When I was trying to type on it, it just doesn't make any sense to me. It is such a nostalgic look of a phone, but man, it was really difficult to use. So again, great looking phone, a little bit dirty. I need to wipe it off. Definitely got a scratch on the screen, but one that I will be adding to the collection for sure. Every time that blows a breaker, party lights come back on. I apparently need to get a bigger breaker for that. So that was the LG Extravert. So then we've got another one of those phones that I used and loved, gosh, back in that like late 2000s time period. Let me unlock it really quick. I had to set a password. This is the Blackberry Curve from the 8300 series. It definitely does have a crack on the screen. The one nice thing about that is this is not a touchscreen phone. So it is just a visual blemish. Nothing more than that. Doesn't really affect the functionality of it. The scroll ball still works just perfect. Got a whole list of apps on there. All right, we're back again. I don't know how many more times that's going to happen, but hopefully not too many. So that is the Blackberry Curve. Again, still fully functional. This one did have a password on it. I was not able to get into it. Other than super secret functionality of the Blackberries of this time period, had no idea. If you just type the password in wrong 10 times, it will reset the phone. Just completely reset it for you. So anybody can do that for you. So I just typed in the password incorrectly 10 times and the password reset and I was able to get into it. Does have a little bit of wear on the back there that you can see. But, you know, that's kind of what you get with phones of this time period. All right, I've turned off a few more lights, so hopefully that doesn't blow again. Second to the last phone I've got here is the Motorola Droid X. This one is a fun one, one of the first of that just standard candy bar style flat screen phone. This one was released in that July of 2010 time frame. Has the 4 physical buttons along the bottom. One specifically to bring up your applications, home, back, and search. So if you needed those, it has those buttons, physical buttons on there. This one, oh my gosh. This one here is that physical camera button. So if you need to snap some pictures real quick, you've got the volume rocker. On the top is the power button, a headphone jack, and then, of course, on the side, you have not only your USB for charging, but also I don't know if it's mini or micro HDMI, but pretty crazy that it had an HDMI out on it this early. Pretty thin for this type of device. Of course, removable battery, as well as an SD card slot, SIM card slot. Definitely features that we are missing today. And then we've got an 8 megapixel camera on the back. I'm about to. So that is the Motorola Droid X. Super cool phone. Again, it's a little bit dirty at the moment, but it does boot up. Is fully functional. Very, very few scratches on the screen. Just great condition. Super excited. This is the kind of phone that I want to add to the collection. Really excited about that one. And then last but not least, probably my favorite and most nostalgic phone for me here is the Motorola Droid. Also known as the Motorola Milestone. This phone came out in November of 2009, and I know that I got one very shortly after that. Beautiful little phone, honestly. Again, does power up, does work. Battery is not great on this one. When I had it, I was playing with it, and just after, honestly, I could just kind of watch the battery tick down. Even just idle, just screen off, sitting on the desk, not doing anything. The battery only lasted a couple of hours. This one does also have the full keyboard that pops out from the back there for all those power users and people that just could not get used to the keyboard on the screen. Just an amazing little phone. Was super fun to play around with. Again, we've got power button and headphone jack on the top, charging port on the side, nothing on the bottom, and then we've got volume rocker and dedicated camera button again. Something that Motorola definitely enjoyed. 5 megapixel camera on the back, and again, a removable battery user removable battery, SD card slot, and a SIM card tray there. Just a great little phone. This is definitely the one that I am most excited about. I had one of these for quite a long time, and definitely as one of the very first Android phones, started a revolution and started that competition with iPhone. Super excited to have this phone. I'm so excited that it is so clean. Very, very minimal scratches. Like, this is a great looking phone for how old it is. The fact that it works perfectly. It did have Android 2.2.2 on there. This is one that hopefully I will be making another video with here shortly. Just talking about why this is one of my honestly favorite phones that I've ever had. I've had a lot of really, really cool phones. This one is definitely a very, very important one for me. I really, really like this phone, and the fact that I was able to find another one so cheap and so clean, I'm just over the moon with this one. Such a cool little phone. All right, well, that is my phone haul for today. 5 phones, $2 plus shipping and handling and tax, so just about $16. Got me these 5 phones. Hopefully I'll be making more videos about phones. This is something that I feel like I really am passionate about, so it's something that I want to be able to share that with everybody else. This is a piece of history that isn't talked about a lot, and to be able to showcase this is for something that we just take for granted today, something that everybody has. Everybody has a phone. Everybody uses one on a daily basis. Most of us have them in our pockets right now. So to be able to kind of showcase the history of those phones is something that's super exciting to me. Hopefully this is something that you enjoy as well. If you do, let me know. If there's any phones that you think that I should add to the collection that I need to get, let me know. Hopefully this is the start of a not too terribly expensive hobby. Hopefully I'm going to start with some phones like this, stuff that is actually meaningful and nostalgic to me, and we'll kind of go from there. Thanks for watching. Again, if you enjoyed this, make sure you subscribe for more updates on these phones, as well as tons of different technology going on today and yesterday. Thank you for watching, and we will see you next time.